Let not your heart be troubled. By Grace Shangkuan Koo, Ph.D. Chapter 3. No Other Way. As Jesus was giving his last will and testament to his beloved disciples in the intimate setting of the upper room, he was interrupted 3 times, which he very much welcomed, and to which his answers gave us one of the most important revelations about himself. The 4 books of the Gospels show us that the God we believe in is one who desires to tell us who he is. He is not one of those mysterious, secretive divinities who make it hard for people to find them, much less to know their minds. The Bible also gives us all access to knowing God, from his own words and the writings of his prophets in the Old Testament and those of his disciples in the New Testament. In the upper room, we noticed that although it was a serious occasion of listening to someone sharing his dying wish, the disciples felt at ease enough to ask questions. Are we not grateful that those questions were asked in such a way that we may get to read important self-declarations of Jesus? There were questions from the doubting Thomas, Philip, and Judas, not the one from Iscariot. "We don't know," Jesus said. "You know the way to the place where I am going." Thomas said to him, "Lord, we don't know where you are going, so how can we know the way?" Jesus answered, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." There are indeed many things we do not know, but sometimes we avoid admitting that. Whether in a Bible study or in an academic conference, I find it refreshing during Q&A to hear people who honestly express what they do not know, because sometimes, the questions they ask are also the questions we have in mind. While Peter expressed hesitancy about having Jesus wash his feet and Judas the Iscariot evaded the invitation of Jesus, they had other classmates who were more ready to ask questions to clarify what Jesus was saying. It was this search for answers that brought the disciples to a better understanding of what Jesus was teaching. Jesus was a great teacher and he had not refused questions asked in sincerity. Moreover, he was earnest to reveal himself to his innermost circle of disciples. Jesus' self-identity. Who are you? This is an important question that everyone has to learn to answer, whether from what you know about yourself or from what people know about you. Who is Jesus? Who do you say I am? Jesus asked his disciples. Jesus was clear about his self-identity. Earlier in the evening, he said, "You believe in God, believe also in me." And later, in answering Philip, Jesus also defined his inseparable bond with God the Father. "Believe in me when I say that I am in the Father and the Father is in me." Jesus knew who he was, what his mission was, and where he was going. Jesus was not only defining his relationship with God but identifying himself to be God. To be continued. Don't forget to subscribe.